Howdy, this is Sailor the Piper Man. Piper the Sailor Man. Coming to you on a wonderful sunny Sunday morning. Smoking my BC Butts Show Queen straight from St. Claude. Look at this bad boy. Look at this beauty. Look at the classic lines, almost Art Deco, huh? It's beautiful. The shape exquisite. The coating on it. I've never had a black pipe. For some reason, I always like wood pipe. So the tainting on it is just excellent. The maker is called the Millennial Pipe. I bought this at it was the last one too. I bought it in Pipes and Cigar from Russ, and I'm smoking some of Russ's blend, Hearth and Home. Man, do I love Latakia, man. Do I love Perique. I don't know what I do with English blends and Oriental blends with being stop made, but I don't smoke it every day. It's like I'll smoke Cavendish and I'll smoke maybe some Kentucky Burley. I love it. Toasted Kentucky Burley. I'll smoke Cavendish, Burley Cavendish. I'll smoke straight Virginias, Golden Virginias, toasted Virginias, infused Virginias. Virginia is very. It tends to burn really rapid, and I don't like to put my all my pipes through those paces out, but burning it like that. But Hearth and Home slow burning. This is 10th anniversary Marquis series. You can get a pipe and cigar. I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm just letting you know where you can get a nice blend. Really, really nice. This Black House contains bright Virginia, Orientals, Latakia, Perique, unflavored Black Cavendish, and Dark Fire Kentucky. What I told you, it's all up in here, man. Comes packaged really nice. And it's one of my favorite blends, really. I didn't think there would be a flavored blend because I've seen so many people try to put Latakia and Perique together, and the subtleties in how to do that with other tobacco blends, but usually they have a Virginia base on it, and although stick an aromatic with it, so it's best with Orientals. I don't even know one man that can do that. He's retired, but I thought I smoked this because I love French pipes. I have great respect for the history of St. Claude, and it's still there. I wish I can visit. I wish I can visit all but I want to visit the Peterson factory, Cavanelli. I would have to take a tour of Europe. I wish somebody would put a tour of Europe together to go to different pipe smokers. Wouldn't it be nice to have a tour for pipe smokers? We could travel together. We could smoke together. We can share. That'd be great. Maybe I should do that. I can get 8 guys, 12 guys together. We can charter a bus and travel through France and Italy and Germany, Poland, Hungary, and just be smoking out pipes in different historic places, That'd be great. This cap, some of you have seen me wear it. I bought it to give honor to my Irish ancestors. that arrived on Puerto Rican shore in 1600s. Actually, not arrived. They actually had to swim. They were part of the British fleet. They were indentured slaves. And a war ensued between the Spanish galleon ships, privateers, and English ships. Sir Francis Drake. This is happening during the time of Sir Francis Drake. England wanted to take over the island of Puerto Rico, and they came into the Bay of San Juan. And the fort is called Fortaleza, opened up on a couple of the ships. They were trying to sneak into the bay. They got hit, and some of the English ships were destroyed. And two brothers, which in our history books they're called Santiago, but they were called James. But something with James, I don't know. But they drove them ashore. They were in chalk and chains. Obviously, they were, I don't know what they were doing on board the ship. I don't know if they were captives or prisoners. But those that caught them off the beach of Sabana Seca, that's a beach on the north shore, thought they were regular English sailors. But one of the men that spoke English, Irish, English, and the Spaniards realized afterward that they had been prisoners. And so it was obviously when they began talking to them, they took them off the chains. And they went through a period of interrogation, and they realized that these two men were infantrymen that were good with cannons. Their whole family had made cannons, and so they enlisted into the service of the Spanish and helped instruct and help ensure that the Spanish cannons were made properly. They opened up a small little business making military weapons, muskets, and things like that for the Spanish military garrison that was on the island of Puerto Rico. And so they stayed. They were in service and they retired. Military retired. They both rose to the rank of lieutenant. They retired, and they had sent for their family from Ireland. So you had a group of Irish people that came over, about 700, came over, and they settled in a certain part of Puerto Rico. And then those Irishmen intermarried with Spanish women and Indian women, and so they developed their own flavor, as you might say. We also have had people from Sardinia. A huge contingent of Corsicans came and were involved in our coffee industry. The Corsicans were, and they capitalized, and they cornered themselves in the coffee market. And many other coffee makers today are descendants of Corsicans that came in the 16th century, 17th century. That was interesting. And the reason why people came from Sardinia, Corsica, the island of Malta, the island of Mallorca, the Greek islands, was the Spanish felt threatened by the local mestizo population. They wanted independence. So what they did was they sent out the word to people to come to Puerto Rico. They will be given citizenship under the colonial, to kind of like counterbalance the revolutionary fervor. And Spain won not until the Spanish-American War. Puerto Rico had his own bank, had his own economy, had his own goal. Was in a better situation back then than it is now because it's in debt. No, Puerto Rico's in debt, and you have this interfighting between wanting to be an American population, Americanized population, those that want their independence. And so that's where we stand. They can't make up their mind. The older people want to be American, the younger people want to break away. To create what? I don't know, but well, in all this being said, I investigated the James brothers. In Spanish, it's called Santiago. That's my last name, Santiago. The James brothers were descendants. Half the population from Ireland came from Wales, and from Wales they came from Norway. That's why when you look at my DNA, I have Norwegian, I have from Sweden, Welsh, Scottish, and Irish ancestry. It pops up. It's 2%, 3%, 4%, but that means I had at least one ancestor, from each tribal group. And so as a kid, my grandmother worked for some Irish gangsters. And I don't know if my grandma knew that she was descended from the Irish and Scottish and people like that. But she had no problems in dealing, and she would run liquor. She came to the United States in 1929. Grandmother. 1929. She was born in 1914. In 1929, she landed in New York, made her way to the Bowery, became a barmaid. She was a barmaid in Puerto Rico. She was a barmaid. And then she became connected, ran the numbers, ran the racket, got caught up before she got married. A couple of Irish fellas that taught her, and she was tough as nails, man. I guess you gotta be back then if you're gonna be a woman working as a barmaid, right? But she made do, and she became a loan shark, lending money to other people. She got involved with the Italians, and they all know each other, So that's a story of how the Irish came to Puerto Rico, and I inherited some of their blood.